Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Kinfolk Farm. We're gonna go up here and feed the pigs some vegetables. We got them, and check on the garden. I hadn't checked on the garden in about a week between work and when I am home, the rain. I haven't been up here in about a week, so let's take a quick walk through our garden. Okay guys, I guess I'm gonna have to run every time I feed the pigs now, because a lot of you guys are commenting on me running to feed the pigs and apparently you guys are liking that. The reason we do that, they're getting a little nippy now, where they want to walk right up on you and start nipping at your foot, and my paranoia, I can't have one biting my foot, so I just take off running and dump the food real quick. But anyway, we're out here in the garden. I'm gonna make a quick video showing you guys what's going on in the garden. Travis is coming out here, my son-in-law, he's coming out here to pick real shortly. It's just amazing how everything is growing. I'm gonna make a super quick run through the garden. Let me show you guys. Our peppers, our jalapenos are absolutely just getting blown away. They are just, man, they're doing great, and I love the jalapenos. They're doing just great. These lunchbox peppers, are just going great. They turn red. I'm trying to find one without a leaf in the way, but they turn red, and that's when you eat them. And my little granddaughter Emma will sit out here and she'll park her little tail right here and just eat them and eat them and eat them. She loves these peppers, so I basically planted this for her. Okay, these cowhorn peppers are doing pretty good. This was actually a mistake. When we bought the peppers, this happened to be in the box that we bought them in, and it was sort of a one I didn't catch. But they've turned out pretty good. These are jalapenos. They're not supposed to be the hot peppers, the hot jalapenos. But I have two of those. Those are doing just great. We had one that fell over, and it's just turning around and growing straight up again. So looking really good. Pull some weeds as we go. And of course, the cucumbers are just growing out into the garden and starting to take over. And as you can see, they're getting pretty big. And the whole fence is just covered in cucumbers. So Travis will come out here and fill a whole wagon of these things. And that's just the one cucumber trellis. The second, that's that cucumber trellis there. The second one is right here. And we sort of went overboard with the cucumbers this year. And all these little flowers, look at that. All these are future cucumbers. Got a little bee doing his job. Well, in between the two cucumbers are our squash and zucchini. You can see that big one down there. And all of them are just loaded. Well, that one don't have anything on it. But lots of flowers. And tons of vegetables coming in. I don't see any. There's a, oh my gosh. That's just a, that's like a dinosaur leg. Look at that. Got way too big. We've just been getting tons of rain. We don't even have to water the garden anymore. We're just getting tons of rain. Tons and tons of rain. We got squash and zucchini. I just seen, there's a bunch of big old squash in there. And just, this is all squash coming up. I think there's a big one in there. So just tons and tons of squash and zucchini. Okay guys, I'll show y'all one I am super excited about. That's the birdhouse gourds. I'm trying to give y'all a sort of idea of how our garden runs. There's the cucumbers, the squash, cucumbers, and they're both starting to grow into each other, but this is our birdhouse gourds here. Uh-oh, we got some not looking so hot. Pull that out. I wonder if they're too crowded. We only had 2 plants that we planted, and they're starting to grow out into the, this is our little road that we drive our truck in if we need it when we get our watermelons and stuff out. But it looks like it needs something. They're starting to brown up. I'm losing some little small gourds. It looks like it may be overcrowded, I'm not sure. But all these little flowers right here are supposed to be gourds. You can see them turning. But they look pretty good. I haven't been out here in a while. I don't know if it's too much rain or overcrowded, I'm not sure, but look at this. This thing is growing all the way up into the cucumbers. What I try to do with these long vines, I try to treat them like a muscadine. I pinch the tip, and it's supposed to stop the growth. I know it does on the muscadines. Here's a good one right here. Look at this. There's a good one. That's nice. Getting some kind of discoloration to it, but not sure what that is. This is our first time growing them. There's one. So I guess they're doing okay. There's a big one. There's a big one there. Awesome. Like I say, this is our first time growing them. I'm just hoping they do pretty good. All right, well, right here, there's the birdhouse gourds. Right here is tomatoes and stuff that hasn't turned yet. We got lots of tomatoes coming. We have one that fell over. We had a huge rainstorm yesterday. Some kind of cucamelons. All this is basically my son-in-law's stuff. I guess these are those cucamelons. They're everywhere. Look at that. They're just everywhere on this thing. They are loaded. And here's some kind of squash that Travis just did a video on. Look at the size of these things. Giant. That is just giant. They're just everywhere in there. This thing is just taking over everything. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Spaghetti squash. Looking good. Our bell peppers. All these are our bell peppers. They're looking great. Lots of bell peppers. Look at that. They're just loaded, 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 loaded. Travis's potatoes. These beans right here have just been shot. I'm going to come cut these and re-plow it and wrap that up. This is our, let me think, rattlesnake pole beans. We're getting these picked today. And look at that. They're just everywhere in this tunnel. It's time. I believe Travis is going to be out here all day. I have to go to work here shortly. I hate that because these are some of my favorite. They're just awesome. But that's our garden, guys. We started way up there with the peppers and all and worked our way down. But so far, so good. All right, I walked back up here to the top again. To my favorite garden is the watermelon garden. The watermelons are doing great. I mean, fantastic. Look at these guys. And we're starting to see some sign of life. Little baby melons coming. They're just doing fantastic. Doing fantastic. Just doing fantastic. The watermelons are growing. Seeing a lot of little buds for new melons. Look at that big batch in here. Let's walk and see what's going on here. I mean, it's just taking off in here. Wow. Look at this. We're not going to be able to tell anything in here. This is crazy. The watermelons are right on time. I love it. Super excited about the watermelons. We got a few weeds that find their way up through some cracks in this old tarp. But for the most part, this stuff works great. This was a big rip that we got last year during a big windstorm. But the watermelons are killing it. Back over there, they're really killing it. We've just been getting tons of rain. Couldn't ask for a better growing season. The watermelons are doing great. We haven't had to do any watering. It's raining all the time. I need to come through here and grab a few weeds. But next on the list is our okra. Guys, like I said, this place is growing like crazy. We haven't had to do anything. Now I have had to hoe inside the okra, just for the fact the weeds will keep up with it. And I see one thing I don't like. Look at that. One lone deer track. I don't like that. I don't see where anymore. Thank goodness. Hopefully, okra, once they get to a certain height, the deer don't bother them. We have had an entire okra patch just wiped out by deer when they're a little small, but it seems once they get up to a certain height, about 2 feet, the deer don't bother them anymore. And we're at that stage now, so I'm really not sweating it. We got some Japanese beetles, but let me quit talking and I'll show y'all what we got. Look at that. They're looking great. And check that out. That's our first little flower. That'll flower out and turn into an okra. Just looking good. I see some more in there. So it won't be long. I see them all over. It won't be long. And we have 1, 2, I think 3, maybe 4 different varieties of okra. This was the red okra, that Jing orange okra that Mason grew. Look how pretty that is. It's just as red. Look at the leaves. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And that was Mason's row. And that's how easy okra is to grow. You can give it to a 5-year-old kid. Say, look, drop them in the ground. Put just a little soil on top. And they do great. Yeah, there's some deer tracks. The deer are coming in between. They're walking in between the okra and the corn. But that's okay. I think we're going to be fine. They're just checking it out. But wow, the okra is looking great. I think this was one variety. This is a Peking Long, Gold Coast, and this was a Gold Coast too. So that's a Peking Long. This is Gold Coast. Let me see what this was. The Clemson Spineless was this row, and then that Jing Orange. So we're trying some new varieties this year, and man, they're looking good. So the next on the list is our gem corn. Okay guys, we were gifted this gem corn through a sweet lady, one of our subscribers, Paula Wells. She also has her own YouTube channel. Go check her out. She's been showing her daily progression on Facebook and YouTube for her peanuts that she's growing. Just an awesome lady. And she got the gem corn through another YouTube site, or another YouTube channel, Good Simple Living. Go check them out. They're a channel that's just taken off. They're just growing like mad. Awesome channel to check out. Good Simple Living and Paula Wells. But let me show you this gem corn. It is just going crazy. It is absolutely going crazy, and I'm going to show you. Look at this. And I'm going to tell you the truth about this gem corn. I haven't done one single thing to it. And we finally got some that's getting the tassels on them. It's just beautiful. It's just doing fantastic. I do have some fertilizer that I want to put on them, but I'll be honest, I'm almost scared to fertilize it. It's doing so good. I'm scared I may mess something up. We got some smaller plants there, but it could be the soil difference in that little section. No telling. But like I say, I'm almost scared to fertilize it because it's doing so well. I'm just not sure, but man, it is looking great. Looking absolutely great. I don't see any cobs come out yet. We have a little browning down here in the bottom. I may fertilize it. But, there's a big old deer track. They're walking. I think what they do is they come, because they don't like to jump all this muscadine. I think what they do is they come down through here, and then they walk right down through here and sort of filter around. They got the high fence over there, so I don't know where they're going unless they come back. But it don't help. I got a feeder right down there getting ready for deer season, so that don't help. I try to detour them out of here and try to keep them over there. It's almost an impossible feat. But man, look at that gem corn. It is just doing great. I'm super excited. I'm so grateful to Paula for gifting that to us. I got some big plans with this gem corn when it gets up. So you guys that are keeping up with us, be ready. I got some big plans for this gem corn. I'm just super excited about it. If you've never seen gem corn, it's an awesome corn. It's also called glass gem corn. It looks just like glass with all the different colors. It's got a huge history behind it. Go check out Good Simple Living. They have a video way back that tells the whole history on gem corn. Super cool video. But guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. I just wanted to take a quick run through the garden. I haven't been out here in a few days, and it seems like overnight everything changes. But I just want to say thank you so much for checking out my channel. I love you guys to death. You just don't know. Our numbers are steady growing. We really appreciate you guys' help. And if you're not a subscriber, do me a favor, click that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button, leave us comments. We'll try to answer them best we can. Love you guys to death. We'll see you on the next video.